Hello everybody and welcome to the Rejuvenating Rambo loadout video, and as you can probably tell, this is not live commentary. I am recording this post. I've actually already edited up the video, and I'm going to be recording this audio afterwards. And the reason I'm doing that is because I really want to improve my commentary skills, because I feel that I don't articulate enough in post commentaries. So the main reason I'm recording this is because I wanted to showcase this loadout. It's using the Blutsauger, Quickfix and the Ubersaw. Now, the reason I picked the Blutsauger as the primary is because it restores 3 health per syringe landed. That is insane, considering that you're shooting 10 syringes per second roughly. And that can equate to up to a 30 health back per second. That means you're going to out-heal the damage that pyros do to you. And this is a very good weapon to use if you're even considering fighting as a medic. And since that was the main purpose of this loadout, was to create a combat medic loadout rather than a support medic loadout, I felt like the Blutsauger was probably the best choice. I've heard some people argue for the Crusader's crossbow being a good choice as a combat medic. I personally don't see what people see in it. It's an excellent support medic weapon. It's excellent for tabbing to it quickly and just smacking an arrow or a flu shot into someone to give them a quick boost in health. But as a weapon, the thing's kind of crap. I mean, it doesn't do enough damage to warrant using it as a primary weapon. You're going to be much better off using your melee, and in that case you've kind of negated the advantage of the crossbow, which is its range. So that's why I've picked the Blutsauger. And a thing to remember about the Blutsauger and all syringe guns actually, well, maybe the overdose, I'm not sure. I mean, that only does 10% less damage, but I'm guessing this would work with it, is with a 40 round magazine you can kill any non-overhealed class in a single magazine. You do not need to reload between a full kill. Unfortunately, this never happens. I've had this. If you're fighting one of the larger classes like a soldier, a demo man, or a heavy, forget it. You're going to have to reload because the shoddy hit detection on this weapon will not land every single syringe. Now, an excellent tactic I've had with this weapon is to basically run backwards around a corner spraying syringes. What happens is, because of the travel time on the syringes, they will actually hit the enemy once you're around the corner, meaning they can't retaliate properly. And because you've gone around the corner, the only way for them to actually get to you to retaliate is to go through your syringe stream. So basically, it's just completely advantageous to you. It's no risk. Just run around the corner, use the corner as cover, and spray a few syringes into them. That's really my tips for the Blutsauger. Really, when it comes down to using this weapon or any of the syringe guns, it's learning the prediction pattern and learning where you need to aim. Those are the same thing, but, you know. That's really, there's not too much of a skill cap with this weapon though. It really comes down to how good your aim is and your prediction skills. Combat Medic as a class though is a lot more focused on your positioning and where you are. You got to flank enemies, you got to ambush enemies, you got to basically take every advantage, because you got to remember that you're playing a support class, the medic. It's not a combat class. You can't really compete with the heavy hitters of the game, such as a heavy or a soldier. But you can take them out. I've done it before. It is difficult unless they're really, really bad. The best way to do it is usually to ambush them or use the corner tactic, which I'm not sure I have many clips of. I remember there is one in this video, I'll probably be showing it right now, of me killing a scout in the middle of harvest. So that's useful. It's a useful tactic, and that's my real big tip of the video when using the Blutsauger. So as the medigun, I decided to pick the Quickfix. The Quickfix, in my opinion, is probably the best combat medic medigun, simply because you build Ubercharge very quickly, which reduces the amount of time you need to heal and stay out of combat. Because of the fast build rate, when you're using the Ubersaw, you're only going to actually need about 3 hits on average to build a full Uber, because that 25% of the Quickfix Uber will heal very quickly. A thing to remember when using the Quickfix Uber is to flick around. For instance, it's much better to have 3 people overhealed for 5 seconds, or healing a large group of people rather than having a single person basically almost invincible for 8 seconds. It's much better to completely heal everyone around you with that Uber. This is kind of different from all of the other mediguns, because all the other ones encourage you to heal a single target. The Quickfix, while it does have that reducing, that Uber reduction when you change target, it's much more advantageous to use it because, one, you build them so quickly, so it's not really a waste, and two, as I've said, all it does is really overheal them. It's overheal and increased heal rate. It's really not worth using on a single person. Remember remember to not waste it when you're outside of combat. So don't just pop it on yourself. It is less wasteful to do this with the Quickfix than the other mediguns, but it's just a better idea to not do this in general, as it can build bad habits when using the other mediguns. So as our final weapon, we have the Ubersaw. Now this is probably my favorite medic melee, and can I just say that this thing crits like a motherfucker. I am serious. The amount of crits you'll get with this is insane, and that's due to the fact that the medic has a high natural crit chance, because you get, basically in TF2, crits are dependent on the amount of damage you've done in the last, I believe, 20 seconds. The reason why the medic has such a high crit chance is because you're constantly healing, which means you get the assist damage from your heal target as well as your own native crit chance. And that is why, coupled with the medic's melee's high crit chance, high base crit chance, you're looking at up to 60%, 60% crit rate, which is insane. So when to use the Ubersaw and when to use the Blutsauger really depends on your own discretion. I would recommend that you only use the Ubersaw if you're either deliberately trying to build Uber or you've run out of ammunition in the Blutsauger, because the Blutsauger heals you and is actually a lot easier to land hits in melee range than the Ubersaw in some cases. For instance, if you're fighting a scout, you probably want to pull out the Ubersaw because you need to do burst damage with the scout. But if the scout is slightly farther away, you're going to want to use the Blutsauger and spray him down. It really comes down to, are you confident that you could hit them with a stream of syringes? If not, switch to the melee and do some high burst damage, because you'll probably crit. And that's 195 damage in the bag. So, what do I think about this loadout as a whole? It's a very fun loadout to use. The problem with it is, it's not the most effective way to play medic. If you really wanted to play medic effectively, it would be basically defend yourself, but hide behind your team. This is a lot more aggressive and is basically playing as a frontline fighting class, which is not the best way to play medic. You don't have a lot of survivability as a medic. You do have a native health regeneration, but this really doesn't help in combat, and the Blutsauger helps to really offset this low health pool. The easiest people to take out with this are either scouts or pyros, in my opinion. Actually, pyros or any of the support classes or the engineer. Basically, you can take anyone except the heavy hitters of the game, such as the demo man, soldier, or heavies. And that's because of their large health pool. Demo men aren't too much of a problem, especially demo knights I've noticed seem to be incredibly overconfident and will basically just try and get a free kill on you. Don't let them. You are not a free kill. So, any general tips for playing this class? You need to flank if you're going to use this. You need to get the drop on enemies. You need to learn where all the health kits are on the map, because you're going to need to put yourself out, because the Blutsauger reduces your native health regeneration. So, find some health packs and know where they are on the map. King of the Hill is probably the best mode to play this as, because there's lots of flank routes and there's lots of ways to get behind people and surprise them. Probably the worst mode to play this on is Payload, because Payload maps is all about that middle track. And yes, there are, for instance on Borneo, there's a lot of flank routes, but you should be pushing the cart and be a team player, since most likely you will be the only medic on the team. So remember that. and play accordingly. Remember, you're still a medic and that you should be healing. If you don't want to be useless for the team and get a bunch of hate, heal people when they're on fire, and heal people when they're low health. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I really do recommend you try out this loadout because it is really, really fun. I'm going to be playing some more of it. I probably won't do another live commentary. I'm not sure. I might not. But I'll see you in the near future. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Where are you? Oh, you're dead. Oh, no, you're not. Okay. You're about to die.
Demo thing.